Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Elisabeth Paehtz and Alexandra Kosteniuk. This is a game from Cairns Cup 2019. Elisabeth Paehtz had white pieces and she started with d4. Alexandra Kosteniuk played knight to f6, c4, e6, g3, black to move, c5. If d5, we would have a Catalan opening. c5, going for the Benoni. d5, e takes on d5, c takes on d5, d6, knight to c3, g6, the standard move, bishop to g2, bishop to g7, knight to f3, and both players castle at king's side. Rook to e8, placing the rook on the semi-open file, bishop to f4, h6, rook to e1, intending e4, g5, bishop to d2, bishop to f5, and now h4, g4, knight to h2, queen to b6, attacking the pawn on b2, white to move, e4 was played, bishop to g6, and now not defending the pawn on b2, e5, d takes on e5, knight to g4, knight takes on g4, queen takes on g4. It is black to move. Would you take the pawn on b2 or not? Alexandra Kosteniuk played f5. Let's take it back. If queen takes on b2, the truth is, the pawn is poisoned. One line goes like this. h5. And where is the bishop going? One line goes like this. Queen takes on d2. H takes on g6. Queen takes on c3. Pawn takes pawn on f7 check. King takes on f7. Rook from a to b1. If king goes to g8, which seems like a sensible move, then rook takes on b7. And it is clear that white is winning. Back to our game. So, not taking the pawn was a wise choice. f5, defending the bishop on g6 and attacking the queen. Queen to e2, black to move, knight to d7, again and not taking the pawn. Would it be okay to take the pawn now? Let's see. If queen takes on b2, rook from a to b1, queen to a3, rook takes on b7, again white is better. Knight to d7, developing the knight, h5, bishop to h7. This is the critical position of the game. It is white to move. g4 was played. This is aggressive looking move and it is a double-edged move. Rook from e to d1 would be a safe alternative. If now e4, then bishop to e3, and white is standing slightly better with no risk. Back to our game. g4, e4, g takes on f5, bishop takes on f5, bishop to f4, knight to f6, d6, king to h7, queen to d2. It is black to move. Again, Alexandra is tempted to win a pawn, but this time on h5. She played queen to c6. Although knight takes on h5 is okay move. I guess one of the continuation is bishop to h2 and another one is knight takes on e4. Kosteniuk played queen to c6, more protection to the pawn on e4. And the pawn on h5 is weak and may fall sooner or later. But queen to c6 is a better move. The game continued. Rook from a to d1, rook from a to d8, knight to d5, black to move, and the pawn on h5 is asking to be played. If you are not afraid of knight to e7. So knight to e7 must be considered. Alexandra did her calculations and captured the pawn, attacking the bishop. Bishop to h2, bishop to d4, and now knight to e7, forking the queen and the bishop on f5. This is the critical position of the game. What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? Please pause and find the best move for black. What did you find? If queen goes to d7, then one line goes like this. Rook takes on e4, bishop takes on e4, bishop takes on e4 check, king to g7, bishop to f5 attacking the queen. Let's say that queen goes to a4, then king to h1, rook to g1 is next, and black's strongest move is resigning. Back to our game. So in this position, Alexandra played the best move, chopping the knight on e7. Pawn takes rook, black to move. What is the best square for the rook? And this is not a trick question. Is it on e8? Or maybe there is a better square. Alexandra played the best move, rook to g8, lining the rook with the white king. Pawn is pushed and promoted to queen, but then queen takes new queen. It is white to move. In some variations, black may take on g2 or take an advantage of the pinned bishop. So, Elisabeth played king to h1. And this is now the most interesting moment of the game. It is black to move. What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? Please pause and find the best move for black. What did you find? Alexandra played this awesome move. It is awesome because of the follow-up. Rook takes on g2. King takes on g2. Queen to g6 check. Bishop to g3. Black to move. How would you continue the attack? Ideally, the black light squared bishop, which is now on f5, should be on f3. So, we have bishop to g4. Not really interested in attacking the rook. The bishop is on the way to f3. Queen to c1. Bishop to f3 check. King to h2. Black played a move and white resigned, and the move is... What would you do? Knight takes on g3. Elisabeth Paehtz resigned in view of this continuation. Pawn takes knight. Queen to h5 checkmate. And let's go back. Queen to f4 would prolong the game, but would not save the game. One line goes like this. Knight to f1 check. King must go up. And then queen to h5 check. Queen to h4. How would you continue now? Then queen to f5 check. Where is the white king going? There is only one way to continue, and that is queen to g4. But then queen takes queen. Check. Mate. Wow. That was a great counter-attack by Alexandra Kosteniuk. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.